She hired me to ruin her best friend's life, but I think I'm falling for her. The perfect lie. Operation Heartbreak. Elijah Stone stared at the photograph on his phone. A woman with hazel green eyes and a dimpled smile looked back at him. Sunlight caught in her auburn waves, the kind of smile that disarmed without trying. That's her, Claire Monroe, 28. Freelance travel writer, the woman who destroyed my life. Rachel Chen's voice was ice cold as she slid a thick envelope across the table. Inside was more cash than Elijah had seen in months. Half now, half when it's done, Rachel said. You get close, make her fall in love, propose, plan the wedding, then on the day you leave her at the altar, in front of everyone. Elijah hesitated. Look, I need the money, but nothing. Rachel's perfectly manicured hand curled into a fist. Last year, she slept with my boyfriend while I was away at my mother's funeral. Her voice cracked. She broke me, so I'll break her. You stayed friends with her after that? Rachel's smile was stunning and venomous. The perfect cover for the perfect revenge. Do we have a deal or not? 3 days later, Elijah accidentally bumped into Claire at Lunar Coffee, sending her iced latte crashing to the floor. God, I'm so sorry, he said, already reaching for napkins. Please, let me replace it. It's fine, really, she said with a polite laugh, brushing her auburn waves behind her ear. But he was already at the counter ordering. When he returned with a fresh drink, she studied him over the lid of her cup. Her hazel green eyes narrowed slightly, amused. You don't strike me as the clumsy type. Only when distracted by beautiful women, he replied, smooth as silk. Claire rolled her eyes but couldn't hide her smile. That line actually worked for you? Never tried it before, he lied. I'm Elijah. Claire. He already knew her favorite coffee shop, favorite city, favorite poet. Knew she hated liars and loved thunderstorms. Rachel had told him everything. This wasn't flirting, it was performance. Calculated perfection. What he didn't expect was how bright her laugh would be, or how fiercely alive she seemed, even in a quiet coffee shop. Just one coffee, she said when he asked if she had time to chat. One coffee turned into 2 hours, into shared stories, into laughter. As Claire stood to leave, slinging her canvas bag over her shoulder, Elijah felt something odd, something dangerously close to guilt. He'd done this before. Get in, get close, get out. But Claire, she felt real in a way he wasn't prepared for. Still, he smiled as he held the door open. Same time tomorrow? Claire paused, then nodded. Why not? As she walked off, Elijah's phone buzzed. Rachel, she's hooked. Keep going. You know the plan. He stared at the message. Make her fall in love, then destroy her. Easy. Just business. But as he watched Claire disappear around the corner, Elijah couldn't help the tightening in his chest. Something told him this job wouldn't end the way either of them expected. 1 week later, the rooftop bar hummed with soft jazz and clinking glasses, but Elijah barely heard any of it. Claire sat across from him, deep auburn waves with rich copper highlights cascading over her shoulder, her eyes lit with amusement as she laughed at something he'd said, something Rachel told him she'd find funny. She stirred her cocktail absent-mindedly. It's strange, she said. I don't usually open up to people this quickly. Elijah played it cool, offering that lopsided grin Rachel called disarming. Maybe I'm just easy to talk to. Claire tilted her head. No, you're familiar, like I've known you longer than a week. That was the plan. Rachel had fed him everything. Claire's favorite books, songs, the kind of jokes she liked, her complicated relationship with her mother, even her irrational fear of geese. Elijah had played along flawlessly, adapting every story and hobby to match hers. But tonight, something was different. Claire didn't feel like a target. She felt real. You really just travel and photograph architecture? She asked. That's your life? He nodded, sticking to the backstory Rachel helped him build. Freelance photographer, comes from family money, independent, unattached. I chase the next beautiful building. It's unpredictable, but it keeps things interesting. Claire smiled faintly. Must be nice to just leave when you need to. He picked up on something in her tone. Regret. Sadness? Are you okay? He asked gently. Claire hesitated, then laughed it off. Yeah, I guess I just let people in too easily sometimes. She fingered the silver bracelet on her wrist. Last time didn't end well. Elijah took a sip of his drink to mask the guilt creeping up his spine. He didn't like how her voice cracked, or the way she kept looking away like she was afraid of saying too much. He reminded himself, she's not innocent. She betrayed her best friend. She shattered someone's trust. But the truth was, he didn't know Claire at all. And yet, he couldn't stop thinking about the way she looked at him like he was someone worth knowing. "Do you want to get out of here?" he asked. She narrowed her eyes, amused. "Wow, subtle." "No, I meant a walk," he said quickly. "Fresh air. No pressure." Claire studied him, then smiled. "Sure, why not?" As they walked through the cool night air, Elijah felt her hand brush his. Not on purpose, not an invitation, just there. He shouldn't have noticed. He shouldn't have cared. His phone buzzed in his pocket. A text from Rachel. "Progress update?" He ignored it. When Claire's fingers grazed his again, Elijah forgot, just for a moment, that he was being paid to ruin her. And for the first time, he started to wonder if he was the villain in this story.